What is going on, everybody? It's FBBM Guapo back at it with another character breakdown. This episode, we have Megalon, and just like every other character, we're going to go over all of his normals, his directionals, aerials, energy attacks, special abilities, strengths, weaknesses, and where I think he is on the tier list. We're going to start off with Megalon's jab. His jab is very similar to Gigan's jab. All right, they have like about similar range here. Coming in, they're about the same range. Gigan's is a little quicker. So sometimes they can trade, but most of the time, Gigan is going to beat you out in the jab trade. I do like Megalon's jab, though. It's similar to Gigan's jab, where it can set up for block strings. So instead of getting a full combo, you can get a lot of chip damage off of Megalon's jab. So you can go jab into kick into his up one and get a lot of damage here. This is a great move to use when somebody's blocking. They're just forced to block. It's also good combo during juggle situations too. You want to just do this. It just keeps him up in the air. Then you can do a jab into his slide and then continue the combo that way. Now let's go over his directionals. So we'll start with his forward X or forward 3. That's his horn uppercut. Pretty slow move here. You can hold back to reduce the distance, or you can increase the distance by holding forward. It's an alright move. It's a good anti-air. It's a nice move to kind of call out jump-ins. You can just throw out that horn uppercut, and then you can get a full combo with your slide into jab. Use your jump 4, your dive attack. It's a nice move. It's a nice anti-air move here, but it is a little bit slow. It's easily punishable on block, so don't just throw it out randomly in neutral. You just have to really know when your opponent is coming in before you throw your uppercut. Good move, though. It's a good move. His up 3 is his overhead slam, very similar to Kiryu's and Gigan's. Pretty basic overhead slam. Pretty much every character in the game has this overhead slam. His has got good range on it. You can go pretty far. As you can see, he's got good range on it. You can hold in to reduce the range. Hold forward to increase the range. The move has its uses, but personally, if you want to tech chase somebody, I would just go with your dive kick. Or your dive kick, which is your jumping circle, or jump 4. That's a much better move for tech chases. You can get a combo off it. You're better off going for that move, and it's got greater range too, and you can control the direction where you go even more than your up 3. So not the best move. I would recommend not using it. Now let's go towards his most fun move, which is his back 3. It's his slide. It does eat a lot of energy when you're doing it, but you don't need to hold it for that long. You just need to hit them to bounce them up. Then you go for your dive kick into jab kick into up 1. It's really good. You could use it after a grab here. Let me reset the state real quick. I can use it after a throw. And you can get a combo off of it. All right, it's a really good move. You can use it after both of his throws, or 2 out of his 3 combo throws. You can go right into that slide. Really good. Really good for juggles. It also crosses up as well. It's everything I wish Gigan's headbutt was. It's a great move to cross up even when they're blocking. So say if Gigan's blocking, Gigan, please cooperate. So Gigan's blocking. I'm going to go for my back 3 here. Whoops, I completely messed up. Completely messed it up. We're going to go through it again. Again, Megalon messes up. You get the gist, though. Even if they block, you can go right through them. Really good. Has a mix-up option. It's good for your juggles. Great move for Megalon, for sure. One of his best moves in his toolkit. Now let's go over his kick. So his neutral kick is a little roundhouse. Pretty similar to Gigan and Kiryu's kick. It's got good range on it. Not that fast. His second kick is what really matters here. I think that's his better kick. You can set that up with your jab first, then throwing out that second kick. And then you can go into your low. You can go into your up one here to get some chip. You can even go right into your projectile with it. You can go into your slide. Very good utility option. It was changed from version 1. Version 1, his second kick was his first kick, so they swapped the kicks over. So it takes a little bit more time to set up the kick, but I definitely like his kick. Very important move in his toolkit. It's great for pokes. Alrighty, let's go for his forward one, or his forward kick, which is a roundhouse kick. So it's similar to Kiryu's and Super Mecha Godzilla's kick. He does a little roundhouse. Pretty slow. Wouldn't recommend going for this move. It's just there for style. It's a cute little move. His down one is his spinning attack. It does hit low. So if my opponent is blocking and I go for the low, boom, it hits low. It does have some startup. It is readable, and you can easily jump over it and punish Megalon for going for it. But the hitbox does last a long time. So say if they jump but don't throw out an aerial and they land on you, they are going to get hit. So I'm going to try here. Whoops, I messed up. Let me try again. I messed up again. Let me try it one more time here. Boom. So if you don't land in the air, you're still going to get hit by it. The hitbox lasts a very long time. It has its uses. It's nice to throw out when your opponent is respecting you a little bit too much. Then you just throw out this kick. And you do have a lot of control on where you go, forward or backwards. So I like the mobility on that attack. Back one. We have his double kick here. Pretty basic double kick. A lot of characters have that move. You can DI it in or hold back, not get a lot of distance, or you can hold it forward, get a little bit more distance. Not the best move. It's there. You know, I'm not a big fan of the double kicks, but that is Megalon's double kick. It looks cool because he uses his hand to push himself. Cool little move, but not that great in competitive play. Now we have his up one. Best poking tool. Best Megalon normal besides back three. Definitely. It does a lot of chip damage. Look at that. 28 damage off of chip. And you can hold back to kind of get out of it. But all it does is reset neutral. They still take a bunch of damage from this attack. It's great to set up after your jabs, after your dash attacks here. You get a lot of damage off that. Look at that. One thing I didn't mention before, Megalon is a lot different, or he's unique in that he has a lot of multi-hitting attacks, such as his dash attacks, his up one like we're talking about now, his back three. So yeah, he has a lot of multi-hitting moves, which is very good for chip damage and keeping opponents in block stun. So yeah, up one. One of my favorite tools to use for Megalon in neutral, for sure. For sure. Even during a juggle, you can keep him up and then throw a jab. Boom. I messed that up. I meant to go for back three there. But yeah, you can continue juggles if they don't DI out after you're up one. Definitely my favorite Megalon move. Now we're going to go to his fierce attack. So he has his energy punches. They're pretty quick. I'd say it's similar to a jab, but just a little slower, but it does hit a little harder. So what you miss with speed, you get with power and range. It's got more range than his jab. Whoops, excuse me. It's a good poking move. It's a nice whiff punish option. So if they say Gigan goes for his jab and he misses, I can easily whiff punish with his energy punch. I can go into kick, into his up one. So it is a good poking move in neutral. But if you're close range, I would recommend jab. But if you're a little bit further, closer to the mid range, I would go for your energy punch. Your forward four is a double energy punch. Does a little bit of energy, or it takes a little bit of energy, about 3 bars a meter. Does good damage, though. It's nice to get a wall bounce off the barrier. It's a good combo ender as well to reset neutral or to get a tech chase. It is a very good move. Very good move for ending combos. Now we have down 4. This move actually recharges a little bit of Megalon's energy. It also sucks the enemy in. We call it the suck here. And it's very quick. You can kind of just spam it. You can even use it after a throw, too. You can throw them, suck it back in case the DI out. And then you can get a follow-up with down 3, or your down jab, which I completely forgot about. We're going to talk about that real quick. So we have his double punch down. Little overhead here. So if he blocks low, it still hits on an overhead. Again, multi-hitting attack here does a lot of chip damage. It's great if they miss attack. So if Gigan misses his tech, boom, I get a lot of damage off of it. Very good move, very good move. I like that move a lot. Back to down 4. I like using this move after his throws. Nice little mix up here. Boom, now you're back in. You can go into your down 3. Or if they mash armored get up, you can go for a grab and then get a combo off of it. So yeah, I like down 4 a lot. It doesn't do any damage, but it is nice if your opponent is running away and you want to bring him close to you, you can just suck him in. So I can even do it after my jab too. No, jab kick. If they DI away, boom. Now I'm right back into the pressure here. So I like down 4. It's a very neat move. Very important move in Megalon's toolkit. Now we have back 4, which is its energy pulse. Nice little anti-air here. Decent range. Okay damage. It does cost 3 bars a meter. It's not the best. Anti-air, I would definitely go with your horn attack. But, say if you can't really predict where they're coming from, if they're coming from behind you or from the side where your horn attack cannot reach them, then I would go for your energy attack here. So Gigan teleports, boom, he gets hit by my energy field. It does last for a while too. So it's not bad for when your opponent tries to cross you up. We also have his fierce attack when he's facing away from you, which is his double punch here. It is definitely nerfed a lot from version 1. Version 1 at launch, and you can get a combo off of it. Here, it does not launch anymore. It's just more of a poking move. It's a get off me tool if they're right behind you, especially if Gigan teleports right behind you. You can just use that just to kind of get him off of you. Just be very careful. You can bait it out, and you can get whiff punished very hard for using that attack. But it is pretty good. It's got good range on it. Now we have up 4. It's Megalon's mini projectile here. Travels a little bit faster than it did in version 1. It travels a little bit faster. It doesn't launch like it used to, but it is nice to keep your opponent locked down. They're going to block, and then you can use your jump to get in. You can cross them up, going into your block strings here with jab, kick, into that up 1, or you can go into your back 3 after it. It does cost a meter. I believe it's 3 bars for to use it. but it is definitely one of Megalon's better projectiles in neutral. I believe that's it for all of Megalon's fierce attack. Let's go into his grabs here. So his grab actually does a little bit of damage. It's similar to Gigan's, where he hits you with his hands. When he grabs you, he does a little bit of damage. So we're going to go over his neutral throw first. You go to neutral throw. It's pretty good. You can throw him into barrier, into combo. Probably my favorite throw of Megalon just because it's quick. I can quickly throw them, get a combo off of it. You can throw them into barrier too if they're close by to the barrier. His square throw, it's pretty similar to his neutral throw, but he throws them farther. You can still combo off it. Although it is a little bit harder to combo if they DI away. However, it is good to use it when you're by the barrier and say your neutral throw isn't going to get them to the barrier. This throw might. Also, it's got a really cool animation too. He kind of just spins them on top of his hand. You can also use down 4 after it too, just to suck them back in case they try to run away from you. Now we're going to go for this grab, his circle throw, where he throws you on the ground. Again, you could use your 4 after it if they try to tech roll away. Whoops, I messed up. But say, I'm going to go for this roll. He rolls away. Whoops. I keep messing up. But yeah, I meant to go for down 4 when he's rolling away. It's hard to do this with 2 hands or with 2 different controllers. I'm sorry about that. But yeah, if they you grab them, use your circle throw, suck them in if they tech roll away. You can go into your down 3 after it. I can throw him to the ground here. Boom. Into down 3. That's also really good. Now let's go over his aerials. We have his jump X, jump 3. Got great drift. It's a spike move, so I can knock you down. It sets up for a tech chase situation. Not good for juggles. I would rather use your jump kick or your dive kick or your jumping dive. But it does get damage. It knocks your opponent down. It beats low block too. So it's got a nice utility there. It's great for when you're crossing up your opponent as well. So I can like jump behind your opponent, boom, cross up, knock him down, set up for a tech chase. And Megalon is very good at tech chasing because he has his back 3. He's got napalm, which we'll talk about. I can use my up 4 to chase the mother rolling. I can use my jumping dive to catch the mother rolling away too. So this move, good for setting up tech chase situations. Jump kick here, very similar to Kiryu's and Super Mechagodzilla's jumping kick. It's a nice little poking move. It's nice for the juggle, especially after a back 3. I'm going to go for back 3. Boom. I just missed it because I'm bad at the game. Boom. Into combo. So it's nice. It's a cute little move. It's not as good as Kiryu's. It doesn't have the range that Kiryu's has. Megalon does not have big feet like Kiryu does. Next, we're going to go over what I think is Megalon's best aerial, which is his jump 4, his spiral, or his dive kick. It doesn't seem like much when you just hit him on the ground, but you have so much control over it. I can go for like a cross up. I can use it to kind of get out of the way. It's a nice burst option. I can use it after a throw to set up a juggle. Boom. Use it as a tech chase option too. And if they miss the tech, I can jab and get a juggle off of it, setting up for my back 3 combo. Very, very good aerial. I like that aerial a lot. Now let's go over Megalon's beam attacks. So we have his beam here. His beam does a lot of damage, but it lacks in range. However, his quick beam, his quick beam's got good range. It is quick. I like his quick beam better than his fully charged beam. It's a nice little long range poke you have as Megalon, especially if they try to grab a building or they're using their beam on you. or if they jump, you can use your beam to knock them down. Now we're going to talk about Napalm next, his quick beam, or his tap beam. I'm going to go block, tap beam. It is a toast-up animation. It does a good amount of damage as well. As you see, it has multiple hitboxes that last for a very long time. This move, probably Megalon's most important move in his toolkit, because this sets up a lot of Megalon's mix-ups. You can get a free grab. So now he's stuck in block here. So once you're in toast-up, you can't do anything. You just have to pray Megalon drops his combo when he grabs you after it. It does cost a lot of meter. It's about 5 bars a meter. But this move is a great close-range projectile. It's good, especially when you're too close to use up 4, because it is a little bit slow. You could use it to set up a grab and get a combo off it. Or you could use your Napalm to jump behind them into your jump 3, set up a tech chase. You can use it they have to hold block. And what they have to do to avoid it is like dash back, dash forward, sidestep. But even then, you know they're going for a defensive option. And Megalon has such good mobility. You can punish that easily by just jumping into them and going for that forward 3. So Napalm, one of the most essential moves in Megalon's toolkit, for sure. Megalon's special ability, so if you hold both triggers, he digs. It does a lot, or it drains a lot of energy quickly. But it's cool because you can use it for tech chases here. You can set up combos with it. Boom. It's good after a knockdown. Boom. It's also really good in the Ditto. So if like a Megalon, if you're fighting another Megalon as Megalon, and they go for Napalm or up 4, you can dig just to avoid it. You could use it to avoid Destroya's Orb. You could use it to avoid Mechagodzilla's or Super Mechagodzilla's shock anchors. You could use it to avoid Kiryu's missiles. So it's a really good move to invalidate a lot of your opponent's neutral options. You can neutralize a lot of projectiles with dig. You see your opponent charging up their beam. Dig, boom, now I just avoided it. Now I can like run up and attack them and get a punish. I can also grab after it as well. So I can grab. So even if they try to block my dig attack, I can grab them instead. So you get a great mix-up off of your dig as well. However, if you miss your grab while you're digging, you do get into a little dizzy animation. Although it doesn't last that fast, but it is enough for certain characters to punish you when you miss your grab. So I would be very careful with your grab out of dig. Also, your dig attack misses completely on low block. So just be mindful of that too. It also drains a lot of energy, but you could be using your energy for Napalm or your up 4. Oh yeah, let's talk about Megalon's jump, because that is something that is unique to Megalon. So he has a crazy long jump. Yes, it costs about a bar of meter to use, but it gives him such good mobility options. You can kind of hover in the air with it. I can like drift in the air. I can jump and then drift. Great for knockdowns. It's good to bait get up attacks. So I jump here, and I'm gonna go. Oh, whoops, I messed that up. But I can jump and like drift backwards to avoid your get up attack. It is very, very, very useful. Definitely my favorite jump in the game. It's probably the best jump in the game. His side set or his back dash and forward dash are okay. They're pretty standard. His side step though is huge. It lasts a long time. It's great to avoid damage from beams. It's great to avoid opposing Megalon, Napalm, and up 4. It's also another option to avoid shock anchor or Kiryu's missiles. It's also nice to get away from Gigan's teleport as well. So it is the best sidestep in the game. I'm going to say it right now. It is the best sidestep in the game. I'm gonna say it right now. And yeah, it lasts a long time too, and it costs no bar. And yeah, Megalon, great mobility. Lastly, we'll talk about his dash attacks and his get up attack. Dash attacks, multi-hitting attacks here. Nice for juggles. Good for block strings as well. You can do it in top 1 to get a nice chip damage. Like his dash attack a lot. However, it is a little slow. And it lasts a long time too. So if they miss, say you like whiff on Gigan, he can just teleport behind you and punish you. So be very careful when you're using dash attack. It's very good up close. That's when I recommend using it. And lastly, we're going to talk about his get up attack. Arguably the best get up attack in the game because it is very quick. And you see, he does have 2 different get up attacks. So when he's laying on his back, he does a little flip. Nice little anti-air, so if they try to cross you up through the air, you can just use your get-up attack to punish them for trying to jump in. Also, it is very good to use if they're up close. It's a very good get-off-me tool. Now, if Megalon's laying on his stomach, he does a little spin. That get-up attack is definitely not as good as the one where he's laying on his back. So he has one of the best get-up attacks in the game, but also one of the worst get-up attacks in the game. So when he's laying on his back, it's a great anti-air get-off-me move when you're on the ground. And when you're laying on your stomach, you can jump over it and punish Megalon for it. Let's talk about his strengths. Strengths, great mobility. Arguably the best neutral in the game. I would say him or Kiryu have the best neutral in the game, or destroy it too. You have a lot of space control with your up 4. Napalm 2 forces a lot of your opponents to block. You have great mobility with your jump, your long jump. You can cross people up. You have your jump 4. You have a spiking attack. You have a low, albeit it's pretty slow, but you still have a low. You don't even need to use it because you have Napalm that is forcing the block, and you're just, you can do pretty much anything you want because they're in block zone for so long. Good pokes, great block strings, great damage. His character has a lot. His weaknesses, though, weak anti-airs. A lot of his attacks have long cooldowns. So if he whiffs an attack, you can whiff punish him very, very hard. Also, if he's meter hungry. Let's just say that he's meter hungry. A lot of his best tools in neutral cost a lot of energy. His long jump costs energy. His up 4 costs energy. His napalm takes a lot of energy. His quick beam takes a lot of energy. Your dig takes energy. Your slide takes energy. So a lot of his attacks use energy. So energy management is very, very, very important when using Megalon. But it is well worth it. I think he's top 3 in the game, bar none. It's him, Gigan, and Kiryu. You can put him in any order you want. There is a case for Megalon being the best character in the game. I think he just needs to be optimized a little bit more. But he is definitely a very fun character to play. Thank you guys for watching. Let me know who you want to see next time in a character breakdown. And I will see you guys in the next video. Peace.